Hello, my cutie patooties, and welcome the frick back. We are going to be listening to Heavy. This is by Linkin Park featuring Kiiara. And as you could probably tell by the timestamp on this video, I definitely go into talkies. The talkies about a lot of different things in this video. I kind of break down the certain lyrics and how they connect to, or how I connect to them. Before we jump in, though, just a friendly reminder to please like and subscribe. And with that said, let's freaking go.
I don't like my mind right now, stacking up problems that are so unnecessary. Wish that I could slow things down. I wanna let go, but there's comfort in the panic. And I drive myself crazy, thinking everything's about me. Yeah, I drive myself crazy, cause I can't escape the gravity. I'm holding on. Why is everything so heavy? Holding on to so much more than I can carry. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'd be set free. Holding on.
Why is everything so heavy? You say that I'm past.
Oh, okay. I think one thing that really hit for me with this is in that first verse, Chester says, I don't like my mind right now, stacking up problems that are so unnecessary, wishing I could slow things down. I want to let go, but there's comfort in the panic, and I drive myself crazy thinking everything's about me. I drive myself crazy because I can't escape the gravity. Many things. Okay, so stacking up the problems that are so unnecessary, like kind of worrying about things that seem so much bigger than they are, I feel like. And it's something that I feel like you have to eventually find awareness for and try to catch before it gets to a point where it's just like, it feels so huge. And I get it, because I'm like, I do that all the time. And it's definitely a work in progress, because it's, yeah, that's not only that, but like when you go, I want to let go, but there's comfort in the panic. It's almost kind of like where what you know brings comfort because it's what you know. It's kind of like the devil you know versus the devil you don't, kind of saying, because it's you outside of this world that you're in. You don't know what is out there. Could be worse, you know? So it's like that kind of mentality and fear of that unknown. And then the other thing is thinking everything's about me. I feel like you could take that and you'd be like, what do you mean by that? Like, what, like everything's about me? Like, are you like, is there like vanity or something involved? But it's more, I think at least, because I do this and I've been working on it a lot, but that with everything going on around you, your relationships, your work stuff, everything, the thought is thinking everything's about me, as if anytime something goes wrong, I'm the problem. You know, it's kind of like, and this is something I've struggled with my sister, because like she's very literal. Like if something's wrong, she'll tell you. But I've also lived with people who do not communicate that at all and put their emotional regulation like on you. And so you're constantly like, oh, they're in a mood, I must have done something. And I think it's that's a specific scenario, but I think that's kind of like what he's trying to get at is like, if something goes wrong, it must be my fault. Whether it's career, whether it's family, whether it's relationship with a partner, you know? At least that's what I get from it. What you guys obviously get from it, will be different based on your own life and your own experiences. But I'm like, that hits for me.
Why is everything so heavy? You say that I'm paranoid, but I'm pretty sure the water's out to get me. It's not like I made the choice to let my mind stay so fucking messy. I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same. I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same. I'm holding on. Why is everything so heavy? Holding on. Just so much more than I can carry. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'd be set free. Holding on. Why is everything so heavy? I know.
Again, like, it keeps talking about holding on. Why is everything so heavy? So much more than I can carry. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'd be set free. I also, with that, feel, you know, again, it's kind of like the devil you know, kind of mentality, and the fear of just letting go of, you know, or it can also be, at least, again, this is from my personal life experiences, this is how I connect to it, is, you know, they talk about, like, I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same. I'm holding on. Why is everything so heavy? Holding on to so much more than I can carry. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'd be set free. Because you've got like two people in the song and it almost kind of seems like they're singing to each other. It makes me think of a relationship and how you can also hold on to something, like wanting it to, you know, maybe this time it'll be different, or no, things were getting better, we can get back on that track, or, you know, they said that they were going to do this, so I need to give them a chance to do it, even though you've already given them multiple chances. That kind of thing where it's almost like you can't let go of that person, or maybe you feel guilty because, like, I know I struggle with a lot of guilt stuff, so like this is probably me projecting, but like guilty because, you know, you didn't give them a good enough chance, you know, and you're going to be hurting them if you leave and blah, 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 you know, but it's like to stay is also to hurt, to be in pain, and your pain is just as worthy as their pain. But I think sometimes you can get that mentality of like, it's kind of like when people come up to you and they're like, would you, if your friend was talking to themselves like that, what would you say? How would you feel? You know, it's like that. It's like we are just gluttons for punishment for ourselves. But when you flip the perspective, it's like, no. I'd be like, girl, get your shit and get out, you know? Anyways, let's finish this up.
Why is everything so heavy?
I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same.
I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same.
And I drive myself crazy, thinking everything's about me. Holding on. Why is everything so heavy? Holding on. So much more than I can carry. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'll be set free. Holding on.
And it's like, we're seeing this
Why is everything so heavy?
physically depicted, the inner battle with oneself.
Why is everything so heavy?
Why is everything so heavy?
It's just sad. Because it's also like, they both are obviously struggling because they're both going to some sort of group. And obviously the song is like, why is everything so heavy? Oh man, and the last chorus where Chester was singing that and his like voice was kind of cracking. I was like, you could also take that one lyric, why is everything so heavy, and make a song in a completely different direction with it. Like, if that makes, well, I mean, I was like, maybe this could be about talking to themselves, about, you know, the inner struggle. Like, but you also have Kiiara in here. So I think it's about a relationship, and it kind of went in a backwards trajectory. Like, we saw what led up to them meeting, but they're singing about their relationship, which would obviously be in the future kind of thing. But anyways, that was a beautiful song, both by Chester and Kiiara. My goodness, did I... Oh, it even says heavy centers around the emotional weight of fixating on oneself. Okay. So then it's kind of like Chester's fixated on himself, and then Kiara's fixated on herself as the characters in this song. And then they kind of come together, and then I'm assuming things get a little messy, but yeah, I could definitely see, you know, the emotional weight of fixating on oneself. It sounds like such a, I don't know. If you look at it from like a very detached, like outside view of not really knowing what that is, it can almost sound vain, I think, but it's not at all. Like, it's not about vanity. It's not about, it's literally like self-flagellation. Like, you are always the problem kind of mentality, which is not the case. Let me just make that clear. But yeah, heavy, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that spiel. I can't believe we're 13 minutes for a 3-minute song. Like, what the but yeah, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you cute patooties in the next one. Bye.